In a life-threatening situation, the average person's heartbeat can be upwards of 175 beats per minute. A well-trained tango is able to stay cool, keep calm. Their heart rates can be 70 to 100 beats per minute. But by the time I'm done, that number goes down to 0.
Chasing Patton Braxton, I got my AR loaded, let's get to blasting. I'm on the flank, and you know I'm always pistol packing. Enemy on my 6, but my teammates never lacking. Got him with the headshot, swapping mags.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to unofficial.
Got him with the headshot, swapping mags. It's the podcast.
As always, Jason Anderson alongside me here today.
It's been a while since Braxton.
It's
Braxton.
been a while since Braxton's been in studio. It's my fucking.
It's a studio.
It's my.
No, we're in a
bedroom.
studio. No,
it's a studio.
Yeah.
And on the phone,
special guest Ted Nugent.
Ted.
The news.
We got the Nugent Studes.
Got the nudes.
What's going on, Ted Nuge?
Nothing much, shooting some animals, drinking some beer,
Hey, man.
Playing guitar? Because you know that's what you're known for.
Right.
and playing the guitar.
Okay.
Of course.
I just wanted to make sure.
All right. So that's Patrick on the phone. If anybody was fooled,
Yeah.
that's not Ted Nugent. So we've been doing this podcast. How long? How long do you say we've been doing
A
this?
while.
It's been a while.
Since May.
Oh, I was gonna make that joke.
June, since June.
June.
No, it's May.
We are running out of things to talk about.
Yeah.
So here's the thing that we're going to talk. Okay. So for days like this and months like this where there's literally nothing to talk about, we might stray and talk about different video games or just different things.
Just things in general.
Because it's really hard to make a Siege podcast every week where it's just like, okay, how long do you think Castle's wiener is?
Yeah.
And then we talk about that for 45 minutes.
Who should be buffed? It's
I mean,
always
we
the same
could.
people.
We could, but it's just like we're treading water. I'm sure Castle's dick is huge. I'm sure it's
Absolutely massive.
a donger. You good?
Yeah.
We're gonna I know there's some things we're gonna talk about Siege, but there are some video games I want to talk about coming up.
Okay.
But
There's one I want to talk about.
There's one I want to talk about.
I'll let you go.
But first, let's talk about what's in the canister.
I know what you're wondering. What's in the canister? I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
What's in the canister? I like that. I thought you were gonna keep going.
No, I
fine.
didn't have it in me.
Yeah, that's what your mom said last night.
Yeah, because she didn't have anything inside of her.
Yeah.
She's a fucking saint.
She's a saint. Dorothy Mantooth is a saint. Okay, so I know one thing. Pat's been texting us nonstop about something, and it's a segment we haven't talked about in a long time. Now, Braxton, I'm going to need you to lay down something.
Some kind of beat, whatever
Some
you
type
want.
of beat. Let's hear.
All right. I've got this weird allergy cough going
Right.
on, so let's hope it makes it through it.
Hey, everybody. What's going on? It's the things we want to talk about. The good things, the bad things, but today we're going to talk about Patrick's problems. Patrick's problems. Patrick's problems. Yo, motherfucker, it is Patrick's problems!
Boom.
I think a little audio
Banger.
spike.
That's a
Little spiky. I think people are going to remove their headphones on
Yeah.
that one.
We should have warned them before.
Audio warning a couple seconds ago. So, Pat, I get you have some Pat's problems.
I do, but firstly, I would like to talk about that beautiful combination of R&B and just pure energy, like rock. It really speaks to the Rainbow Six community. I think it will bring us together every week if you can maintain that energy on My Pat's Problems theme song.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. I think we could do that.
So My Pat's Problems is quite simple.
Mm-hmm.
It's knifing.
Knifing.
Knifing. Have you guys had any sort of inconsistencies that you could possibly remember?
Here's my thing about knifing. There's no animation for. There's the swipe of the knife, isn't it? I think there should be a Call of Duty-esque stab,
Okay.
kill.
You mean Battlefield?
Yes. Well, I don't know. I play Battlefield only, but I didn't know if it was in Call of Duty too. And that's a game we're going to talk about later. I've never played the new one. Anybody sit down and play the new game?
The new Call of Duty?
Yeah.
What, Battlefield?
I watched a lot of it on Twitch.
Call of Duty.
Zombies. Yeah.
Oh, zombies. I love zombies.
It was people that play different games that were just tried out zombies, and it was really good. But anyways.
We'll get to that. We'll get to Pat. Yeah, so I definitely think there should be a knife animation for two reasons. The consistency of the kill and the time it takes for somebody to get knifed could be a deterrent. Because if you're knifing someone, then you get yourself shot in the head. You know, it's like, oh, shit, maybe I shouldn't have stabbed that guy. Because knifing seems like an easy kill if they're so close. It's just
always hit fire. I don't even knife.
Yeah, I think it's stupid.
It is, and I think it would help with the general reality of it. Like, if you crouch down and you knife someone's toes, they're dead in the game.
I think toes, baby!
You know.
Shout out to Daquan, the best streamer. You ever watch Daquan? You should watch.
No,
It's funny as hell.
I didn't get that reference.
Oh, Ninja is trash, by the way. I saw him on a commercial the other day. Anybody see that?
Yeah. He was on the... We'll get to it in a second.
Call up to the big league. I'm like, fuck you. I hate you. Dye your hair another color. All right, yeah, sorry, Pat. This is what the podcast is now.
Yeah.
It just evolves. But as I was saying, I think it would help, like what you were saying. There should be an animation. There should be, like... They should add a second to the knife frame where the guy, plunges his knife into the, operator's heart. I think that would be pretty cool. Kind of like Battlefield-esque, special kill animation type deal.
I agree.
And
it would help.
It's the spacing that is definitely causes the inconsistencies. And if you have an animation, it will make it more consistent.
Do you think it's a hitbox issue?
I want to say it is, but I think it's a couple different combinations of things. It's the spacing, because I've hit someone. I swear I've hit their hitbox, but like I was a little bit to the side. I guess I'm not sure, but just general inconsistencies. I think it's partly due to the hitbox and partly due to like general bugginess with knifing in general. I know I said general a lot, but
every time you say general, I tip my cap like General Grievous. Okay, yeah, I agree. I think of real inconsistencies are the hitboxes, even with shooting.
Yeah,
I mean they're just not great all the time.
But I think that's any video game. I feel like that. I guess I don't know, but I guess that's something hard to nail down.
Yeah,
and keep consistent.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I actually have one more tiny issue. It's more of a question.
Okay.
To you guys, why is ranked still in beta? Like, why does it say beta?
I think it'll never.
I think it's something companies have to do so that they can consistently make changes without charging people. Mm-hmm. Because Fortnite does it too, right?
Yeah, I think Fortnite is technically still in beta, right?
Right. And Paragon was the same way when we played that. It was always in beta because technically it's never finished because they're going to keep making add-ons and changes.
Is that the new, I guess, zeitgeist of the gaming industry now?
Yeah.
Just keep it in beta?
I mean, if you look at Steam, like, I don't know if you have a PC, but all Steam games are pretty much like, it's beta.
It's always in beta, yeah.
I play Steam as well, and it's so many games. It's not only on PC, it's everywhere. No, everything's a beta now.
Yeah, that's just how it is now. It's like, we live in a world where microtransactions are normal.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that sucks in a way. Like, if you have a free game, microtransaction, fine. Fortnite, I get it. But there's the thing I have an issue is sports games in particular. They're like, hey, you want a good player? You got to spend the money. It's like, no, I already spent $60.
Yeah, like Ultimate Team?
Yeah.
Ultimate Team.
I bet. Like, you're a FIFA guy.
Yeah.
Whoa. I don't know anything about sports, and you're telling me if I buy like Madden or FIFA for $60 and I want to make my own team, I have to buy people?
Well, there's a mode called Ultimate Team where you get cards, packs. Yeah. It's essentially like the alpha packs that you get in Siege. You don't know what you're getting.
You get players out of the packs, though.
Right.
And you can get, like, from a FIFA perspective, you can get high-rated people like Ronaldo or Messi, or you could get anyone below that.
Right. You can get me on a soccer field. Like,
there's gold, silver, and bronze ratings, and I know that's in Madden also.
Right. And the worst offender is the basketball games.
Really?
Where everything you do in that game costs money. Even the career mode.
Yeah,
you
because
want to be good. You got to spend a thing called
Well,
VC.
because they realized that people were willing to spend it, so why not?
Well, that's another thing is where games have an issue, especially Madden has no competition. There is no 2K football game.
Yeah.
With
2K8 with Terrell Owens on the front.
2K5
Was that
is
2K5?
I still own
With
that
T.O.
game.
on the front.
Is the greatest football
That was
game
the
ever
best
made.
football game I ever played.
I agree. Sorry, I'm getting a Snapchat.
Bring it back. Bring back 2K football.
Bring back 2K football is the hashtag for the
And
day.
even
I didn't
FIFA
know that
has
was a thing.
FIFA has PES, but it still doesn't stop it.
Yeah, like PES, and then EA owns NBA Live, but that's
Yeah.
not going to take down NBA 2K. It's for the people
No.
that can't afford NBA 2K. They're like, okay, let's play live.
What about that? It was like the less realistic version of basketball where like giant heads and like super
Oh,
moves. Super
NBA
dunks.
Jam.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
pretty cool.
NBA
was
Jam
that,
was good. NFL
that a EA?
Street.
NFL Street was a
EA,
great
yeah,
franchise.
that was EA, yeah. NFL Street was amazing. They should bring that back.
That's probably my favorite sports game. I don't know.
I remember
FIFA.
jumping off the walls, Mike Vick. I was like, what?
Ryan Westbrook is running
Ryan
back.
Westbrook. Oh, it's just a good game. Bring back all the good old games. But as you guys can tell, we're kind of steering towards Siege. Like, what we're going to try to do is, it's still going to be a Siege podcast. I mean, I don't know. Maybe in a month we're like, we don't want to talk about Siege anymore.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we are trying our best every week to talk about Siege. So we might gear off into other video games, and that's what we're going to talk about right now. Patrick, Braxton, there are some big games coming out in the next, couple months. I think there's one on everybody's radar that I already pre-ordered about a year ago. I don't know if it's what you guys are talking about, but Braxton, what are you excited for in the upcoming days?
I need to look up the exact name of the game, but it is from the creators of Dark Souls.
Oh,
It's from Neversoft.
Yeah, it's like Toshira's 2.
So it's a game pretty much about a samurai,
Yeah.
and it looks like he's reborn, and you have to fight through the same boss system kind of thing as Dark Souls, and I'm just super stoked on it. There hasn't been a ton of
The graphics look amazing.
the graphics look really good. There hasn't been any more details about the game, or it's FromSoft, not Neversoft. FromSoft is the company.
Now, okay, let's talk about those type of games while we're on that subject. You got the Bloodborns, you got the Dark Souls, you got the... You remember the name of the game?
Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice.
Shadows Die
Not
Twice.
once.
But 2 times.
We're dying twice.
Okay, so Patrick, I assume, Braxton, you like these type of games.
I
where,
love them, yeah.
like the clinch your controller to almost break it, fuck
I
this
think
game.
Dark Souls 3 is my favorite video game of all time.
Okay.
Personally.
See, I'm pretty chill. I'm a pretty chill guy, but when it comes to video games, I get very angry.
Yeah.
In something especially in a game like Fortnite, when you know you're good at the game,
And you
but
build
you
your
just
ass
get
off and
then
then
you
get
just get
crushed.
outplayed, and it's just like that guy's better than me.
Yeah.
And in this, it's even worse because the computer, a thing that's not even real, is better than you.
Yep.
And you have to figure it out, and it sucks, and I hate it.
You have to figure out the formulas,
Right.
and you have to work through it 50 times
Yeah.
to say, okay, I roll here. Roll on this kind of swing, roll this many times.
Do you think the people that try to beat that game with no kills are the craziest people in the world?
Go through without dying?
Yeah, a no kill, a no dying.
I mean, yeah.
it's
I've
happening.
done it in Borderlands, which is an easier
Right,
game to
right.
play. I mean, it's still hard to do. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But they call it One Life to Live on Twitch.
Mhm.
Dark Souls would be insane.
Yeah.
I've done it, and I've gotten as far as Dragon Scale Armor,
Mhm.
which is one of the bosses.
Okay, and then
I haven't sold a Dragon Scale Armor, and I can't even think about it. He's one of the DLC bosses that I can't ever beat.
Right.
But those are the only 2 I never beat. But that's as far as I've ever gotten. It's only halfway through the story.
Right.
I can't imagine going through the entire game.
Well,
yeah.
Was that in Dark Souls 3?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've only played, I've never completed any of these games, but I played all of them. I played Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne.
Bloodborne
And-
is super good.
I
too.
think they gave out Bloodborne for free on PlayStation. Yeah, I
they
own
did.
that game.
I own that game.
Yeah.
The reason why I never completed it is the same reason Jason hasn't, or doesn't like playing them. I will literally snap my controller in half.
You've broken controllers before.
Yeah,
right?
I think
I've
you're the
done it
most
before.
physically angry out of all of us.
And that's crazy because
Because you hit your desk a lot.
oh,
Jason.
this desk is the best desk in the world because I punch it so much. It's crazy.
I've seen you throw your chair before.
Oh, I threw it across the room.
Yeah.
All right, Pat. Before we get into a game you're looking forward to, on a tangent, What game has made you physically the most angry and why? FIFA.
I've broken 2 TVs to FIFA. TVs.
Yeah.
One I threw my controller at it and I broke it. The other one I grabbed it and I just snapped it like that. I mean, it was a smaller, like it was probably the size of this monitor. How big is this monitor?
32.
32. So I just grabbed it on both sides.
Now.
Oh no.
Was it Ultimate Team?
Yeah, it was all Ultimate Team.
Because it's like you spend the money to make a good team.
You cannot tell me there is not scripting in FIFA. This is my rant. There is scripting in FIFA. I could go up 3-0 on someone. And then the game is going to make my goalie... Because you don't control your goalie. It's going to make your goalie play like shit. And everybody that you're not controlling is going to have terrible positioning. It's just a thing that I've seen happen, and it enrages me.
All right. So Pat, what about you?
So, like I was saying, the Dark Souls games really get my blood boiling, but eventually I'm like, there's no purpose in playing this game. I'm going to put it down. I'm going to sell it. The games that I do continue to play and make me angry every single day is fighting games. And specifically the one that I own now and like to play.
For Honor. Yeah, I forgot about that.
He's a For Honor boy.
I'm a For Honor boy. I'm very good. I've obtained Diamond in the rank system there, so I'm decent. Right. And some of the BS that is allowed to go on makes my blood boil, and I've snapped controllers. I've lost and pop.
Right. So I think we all are on the same page as
it's all games you love that you hate.
That are script, like you say, like, oh, this is scripted bullshit. Like in Madden, that'll happen to me. Like I'm up 20 points, and then it's like interception. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So my story. We have a lot of wrestling fans on here. There was a game that came out called TNA Impact. And there's a story mode. You play through the whole game, and at the very end, you fight Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett's the boss.
He's the dude with the guitar, right?
He's the guy with the guitar. And I must have been 12 at this time.
Oh, so this was a while ago.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure I've gotten angry, but this was like at the point where I'm going to... I've never broken anything, actually. Shocking. I know.
What?
I know. But I could not beat this guy. Every time I get to the pin, 1-2, he'd kick out. So, I'm going. So at a point... and this was downstairs in the living room where there's like people could see me freaking out. Yeah. So I go, fuck! And I spit on my television. I just start spitting on it. And my mom was like, Jason, calm down. I'm like, that is freaking gay!
Have you ever gotten so mad at a game that you cried? When I was a child, it happened. In the game, I rented from A1 Video. Do you remember?
I remember A1 Video, of course.
I remember A1.
I rented it from A1 Video for my PlayStation 2, and it was Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses.
Oh.
Okay? I could not beat Kaiba. And he's such a little bitch. And I got so mad the night I rented it. And I was, God, this would have been forever ago. I was probably like 8 to 10 years old. Really? So still way too old to be crying in a video game.
I don't know. I'd probably cry.
I brought it downstairs to my mom in tears, and I was like, just take it back for me.
You had to take it back. You couldn't bring yourself.
No, I didn't want to play it for the rest of the rent.
Okay.
Because what did you rent it out for like a week, right? Yeah, I didn't want it anymore. I was like, one night, nope.
The first time I cried at a video game, my dad finally decided that he's going to beat me in Madden. I was like 8.
Did he beat you so bad?
Oh, he was just like, I'm going to destroy this kid. And it was,
I thought you were just going to say he beat you.
Nah, he would always let me win because I was a kid.
Yeah.
And then I guess it was like the day that he's like, he's got to be a man. I wasn't ready for it. I was not ready for it. But, Patrick, what game in 2018 are you looking forward to the most? And I think we might have a commonality here, but I don't know.
Well, this game, legendary. Everyone's talking about it.
Okay, then it's the same game.
You already know what game it is. It makes my pee-pee hard. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be in a gang, riding around with my bros on horses. And it's Red Dead Redemption 2.
Red Dead Redemption 2. I think I pre-ordered that game a year ago.
A long time ago, yeah.
And it's now finally coming to fruition. Pat, how excited are you about Red Dead?
I am so excited, not only for the single-player game, but just how much fun I'm going to have with pretty much all our friend group that is going to get the game. It's just going to be the best time, I think. It's going to be amazing.
To circle back here, they said it's the online's not coming out for about a month after the game's release, and it will be in beta.
Yeah, and it'll probably continually be.
If you remember when GTA Online came out, same, Rockstar, it was atrocious. It was bad.
Really bad.
Yeah, like
But
you couldn't
now-
get into a game. Now that it's fixed,
It's kind of cancerous because of
it is.
society. But
Like you can't walk 2 steps without getting
Yeah.
hit by a
Killed.
car. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I want to talk about Red Dead for a little bit. This might be the game where it's just like they put so much time and effort into it that it could take it to the next level. Like
Yeah.
it could be the smooth transition into the PS5.
yeah, I mean, but I don't think it's coming out.
You saw
that
the same
soon.
thing with GTA, like the PS3, the PS4 transition.
And I think it did,
gen.
did it not? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
because like GTA 5 came out when the end of the PS3 life cycle, and then they were like, okay, well, we're just gonna make a PS4 version of the game. So basically, they made
they did.
Yeah.
They did.
they made $120 on this game for most people because I bought it twice.
Yeah.
I did not buy it twice.
Yeah, see, actually, that's one time I stood in line for GTA 5 when PS3 came out. I got home, getting ready. I put it in, and then my PlayStation 3 bricked. It broke that night.
3 or 4?
My PlayStation 3.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So this is a long time ago.
Yeah, and I remember I punched things. That's what I did. So I punched my bed. That's all I did. But I didn't know there was a glass plate. I guess I just ate food and forgot about it, and I punched through it. And I looked at my hand. It was just shards of glass.
That's way worse than the spit story.
I forgot about that. But
Until
technically,
right now.
it was in a video.
Well,
It was the system,
the system
that didn't
itself.
work.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one sucked because my hand was fucked up.
That reminds
I bet
me.
you felt like
That
badass.
reminds me of
Yeah.
when the Division came out. Did you
I
play the
didn't
Division?
play the
Pat?
Division.
Tom Clancy.
That's a
I
Ubisoft.
did not.
So it was me, Ethan, and one other person that bought the game.
That was
the
Noah, right?
In the night of, I think it was Noah. The night of, we go to put it in, servers crashed. They were down for like a week or two.
That's
We just bought a brand new online game only.
right.
Nothing.
That yeah.
So
That's,
angry.
That's rough.
Well, that game didn't get good until I felt like it was recently they revamped it.
I don't
It
really
must have
think
been
it was
like
ever-
5 months
Yeah, I was
ago.
about to say those games have issues where it's online only. The only way to really enjoy it is with your friends. And to an extent, Ubisoft does that a lot.
Yeah.
I'd say Siege is like that. I mean, you can have fun with Siege by yourself.
If you get on your mic and you're a sociable person, but even sometimes some of those people are
Right.
assholes.
Okay, so that game, Ubisoft. Patrick, what do you think about For Honor? Is that a game more fun to play with your friends online?
Yeah, I would say so, but I guess it's just the gaming community. If you play by yourself, 90% of the time it's assholes.
Right. That's why, like, games, the sports games will strive because that's single player experience that you could option to go online. That's why I think Red Dead's going to strive because apparently I read a report it's going to be like 60 hours of single player gameplay.
Good.
And that's ridiculous. And these games need to strive. And I think when's the last Ubisoft game where it was just like it's a story and here it is.
Assassin's Creed.
That's the last series for them, right? It's
Yeah.
the Assassin's
But
Creed.
even now it's like,
It's totally different.
yeah, it's completely different. It's more like RPG based.
Now, I'll say this. I really like Assassin's Creed Online. Remember when we played it? It's fantastic.
The first time it came out, it was like 3v3 or 4v4, and there was a hunting team and
Yeah.
a hiding team. Dude,
That
me
was
and
so
you
much
had
fun.
so much fun on
I
that game, man.
dare I say one of my favorite online modes ever.
Was that
Really?
Brotherhood?
Was it? It was Brotherhood.
I think it was Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
That
so
was a fun game.
But like hiding in the crowd and like we were like
That might.
tight butthole the whole time.
Oh yeah. Okay. Before we're probably going to come to an end soon. I'm sorry we're not talking about Siege. If you guys hate this, tell us. But we just want to talk about more things. Braxton, Patrick, is there a game? Now I'm thinking about a game in particular that widely is not liked, that
That
you
you like?
yourself like.
I feel like Dark Souls is widely not liked.
In
Are
a
you talking
way,
about For Honor?
I don't see both of those games. I think in a
They
way
have
it gets a lot of
decent fan
hate,
base. Yeah.
but it has a fan base. I'm talking about. I'll tell you a game.
Okay.
One of my favorite games as a kid, and I'm scared to revisit it because I'm sure it's not as good. Do you remember a game called Kane and Lynch?
Yeah.
I didn't like that game.
Yeah,
It was
see?
a shooter, wasn't it?
It's a shooter, and it was a multiplayer game. You could play it with your friend. One could be Kane, one could be Lynch, or you could just play it by yourself. That game is so fun to me, and it had one of the most fun online modes, and people hate that
I feel
game.
like Hitman is a game that you love so much that
Really?
does not get a lot of credit.
I think Hitman's one of the most praised video games ever.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah.
They made a movie about it.
Yeah, I
Oh,
hear a lot
fair,
about Hitman.
fair. But I mean, they made an Assassin's Creed movie, and it had Michael Fassbender in it, and it still sucked.
What is with movies of video games being so bad?
I don't know.
Yeah. Like, can you name a really good one that you like?
I like one, but I wouldn't say it's critically
Ready
acclaimed.
Player One was really good.
Yeah,
It's Doom.
That was a lot.
You said Doom?
Spawn was
Yeah.
shit.
I liked Max Payne, but that's just my...
Yeah. It was decent.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hitman I don't like. It's my favorite video game. I didn't like it.
It wasn't a good movie.
What else is there? Assassin's Creed was bad.
Garbage.
Let's look up video game movies.
Ready Player One wasn't a game.
No, it's just a bunch of different video game like cameos. Essentially.
Oh yeah, I got you.
What?
All right. Well, in the meantime, I'll vamp a little bit. What's your favorite all-time co-op?
Halo.
Halo.
100%, like all the way.
Interesting.
If I have to pick one, it's either Reach or 3.
I
As I say,
have
too.
a definitive one. It's crap. I forgot. One Man Army or something like Two Man Army.
Army of
Army
One?
of One.
Army of
Army of
Two.
One.
Army of Two.
Army of Two.
Was it Army? And they had the two masks.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a sick
Yeah.
game.
Me and my brother played the entirety of that game all together, and that was amazing. That was a great time.
A lot of people would say Gears of War. See, here's a controversial statement. I hate Gears of War.
I hate you.
See, here's
See?
the thing. I transitioned from Xbox to PlayStation when Gears of War was popular.
Okay.
So I never played Gears of War. But what I see of it, it just seems like a bunch of like, let's go and kill
Yeah,
aliens. I'm
that's
like,
it.
that's not what I'm into. But I can see why.
It was a really competitive game, a really well-liked game. I just didn't like it.
Yeah, that was my first competitive game. I played in a tournament, and I got like third round. I didn't win, but I was still competitive at the
You
game.
were in a tournament?
Yeah.
Okay.
Resident Evil is a great movie.
Need
I
for
never saw that
Speed.
World of Warcraft movie.
I heard it was good. That's
I
a
heard it
movie
was
that
good.
people really didn't like, but I heard it was good.
You know how I'm a big fan of the Warcraft lore, and I play World of Warcraft. I played all the older Warcraft games.
Yeah.
You have to know the lore to kind of appreciate the movie, I would say.
Okay. So most people wouldn't appreciate that movie.
Yeah. I actually took a girl to see that movie.
Yeah. How's that going?
Yeah, I didn't continue to see her.
Right.
Yeah, I wonder why.
More importantly, she didn't continue to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's bring it all the way back around, back to Siege, so we can end this thing.
Okay.
S-
Let's end it on Siege in a note that we just left off, and this is an interesting conversation. 5 operators. There's a movie made about them. Who's playing them?
wow.
Pick your 5 operators and give me actors for each of them. Because I want
Alright.
Samuel L. Jackson as Castle, 100%.
Okay. All right, so this is going to be a controversial one because he doesn't have the accent.
Okay.
Pulse, 100% needs to be played by Jason Statham.
Thank you. Yeah.
Jason
I
Statham
was
or
gonna
nothing.
say it, yeah.
Buck, Jake Gyllenhaal,
For sure.
for sure.
Yeah.
Maverick,
Except,
Ryan Gosling, welcome to the squad.
Add on nose.
Ryan Gosling's Maverick.
Yeah.
That's my Mav.
Who else? I feel like Matt Damon should be in the movie somewhere.
I would
Who
love
he
Matt
be?
Damon.
Who would
He'd
he
be like a Rook.
No, he's not big enough. Rook's like a taller guy.
Okay, how about how do you guys feel about I have 2 actresses that could play her. Ash, Scarlett Johansson, or Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron. I like both of them.
I
I
feel like
think-
I feel
Charlize
like
Theron would be better
the
as
redhead
Valkyrie.
fits
That's true.
ScarJo.
How about this? You know the guy that plays Luke Cage?
Yeah.
That's a perfect castle, right there.
Samuel L. Jackson, dude.
Come on, he's like 100.
He's motherfucker.
I'm sick and tired of these motherfucking operators. There it is. I could play him. I could play Castle.
Window block, motherfucker. Like, come on.
Right, there it is.
I actually agree with Jason. I think Luke Cage would be a lot better castle, just because he's buff.
Michael B. Jordan would be a
Or
great
that,
Thatcher.
Thatcher. I guess it wouldn't matter, yeah.
Anderson
you can play
Silva
Thatcher.
could play Cappy Tao. Great.
As long as he doesn't speak.
Yeah.
Because he sounds like these.
Hello, I'm Cappy Tao.
You can have George St. Pierre play a French guy.
Doc. He'd be a cool doc.
This is.
You
I
need
mean,
to pack
I think
on a
maybe
couple
next
pounds.
week we could talk. We could do this for a whole podcast.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Well, all right, we'll hold off on it.
Get a list of all the operators and who you would want to play them.
All of the operators?
Yeah.
All of the
I
operators.
like this.
Okay,
I
yeah,
like
we'll
this.
talk about maybe
That's a long
we're gonna have
podcast.
some matched up ones because I already feel
Yeah.
like we're gonna have some matched up ones. Jake Gyllenhaal's buck. He's born.
I think we're all.
Did you hear that Jake Gyllenhaal's gonna play the bad guy in the new Spider-Man movie?
And it's supposed to be
Mysterio?
no, it's is it?
I think so.
Or is he playing the bad guy in the Venom? Because who's revealed
No.
at the end of
At
Venom?
the end of Venom. Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
for the
if
end
you
of
haven't
Venom.
seen Venom, turn it
But
off.
it's at the end of the credits and makes no
You're
difference.
talking about Woody
to the story.
Harrelson?
Woody Harrelson's Carnage. He plays Carnage, which is basically another symbiote of Venom. So,
But Venom is owned by Sony. Marvel's
right, so they
still-
can't cross promote.
so
They can't.
the Guardians of the Galaxy stuff doesn't matter.
No, none of
Okay.
that. Yeah. Yep.
That's still so
I
dumb. though.
I know you guys like Jake Gyllenhaal. Jake Gyllenhaal is Frost, or not Frost, Buck. Sorry.
No, of course.
But why not Ryan Gosling? Like he kind of looks
He's
similar.
Maverick.
He's already Maverick. He's cast as Maverick. We can't.
Yeah, I feel like he looks more like Buck.
You're crazy.
You're
I think
freaking
he's
sick.
my biggest man crush, by the way, Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Like, not a man crush. I would watch him in any movie. I don't care what it's about. I'll watch because I just like him.
I'll say my man crush.
All right.
That's Ryan Reynolds.
Okay. Yeah.
No matter
That
what
man
movie
is
you watch it.
hilarious.
See, I would say Matt Damon, but he's made some movies that I've watched like the first 5 minutes of, and I'm like, this is not going to be good.
Did you see The Martian?
Yeah, good
Fuck,
movie.
it's one of my faves.
Good movie.
So good.
But did you see
What
the
movie?
one where they made the zoo?
Oh, We Bought a Zoo. Terrible movie. Okay.
Thank you.
What? I like that movie.
That's good.
It's wholesome.
Mark Wahlberg.
Nah,
Mark Wahlberg.
you're always Mark Wahlberg
Marky
guy.
Mark.
There's a couple movies like I saw he was in one with Ronda Rousey, and I was like,
Mark Wahlberg will be in my list for Rainbow Six.
oh yeah.
Pain and Gain.
I haven't
One of the
decided
greatest movies.
who he's going to be, but
Yeah.
he's going to be somebody.
What about Dwayne the Rock Johnson as Castle?
No,
Why?
he'd be Sledge.
Why?
Because he's the biggest.
Jesus Christ! All right, calm
What?
down. Who's okay? Well, last thing we say. Who's your favorite wrestler turned actor, other than Dwayne the Rock Johnson? You got Batista,
Batista is the second best
Yeah.
as far as like his actual acting.
Dave Batista. John Cena's funny as hell, man. I like
I
that.
honestly think Batista might be on par with The Rock's acting skills.
I mean,
That's a bold statement.
you know what? I have to agree. I think they're both really good.
I think Batista is very good, and I think The Rock has done some iffy performances, but that's because he's had more
Right.
performances to do.
Who else is there? Jericho hasn't really been
Stone Cold was in this movie.
condemned.
Is this one about the prisoners
Yeah,
dropping?
the condemned.
Cool movie.
Yeah.
Cool movie.
He's also in The Expendables.
He was in the
He
Expendables.
was, yeah. Randy Couture
Yeah.
was not a wrestler, but he was in
He's
it.
a collegiate wrestler.
Was he? I don't think
Yeah.
he was a collegiate wrestler.
I could have sworn he was
I
a
mean, he was a
wrestler.
Greco-Roman wrestler, but I don't know
I
if
thought he
he's
was all
collegiate.
American.
Oh, okay.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? It's a Seeds podcast. It's a video game podcast. Anyway, guys, so we're kind of transitioning into more of just video game talk. If that's not something you like, just tell us. You know, we could maybe do a separate podcast. You know, just let us know. This is the first. It's kind of like a test episode.
Yeah,
You know.
I'd say it was definitely testing the waters for
Yeah,
something.
and I had a lot of fun.
Me too. I just feel personally, from my standpoint, it gets really dry.
Right.
When you
This
guys
guy
hear
needs
me
a buff.
tell you that I think Mute should be buffed,
Right.
and that I think Capcan should be buffed, and all
Yeah.
the exact same things you hear all the time.
Yeah.
It's gonna get boring. I'd
Right.
rather keep you guys
Obviously,
interested.
when updates happen, we're gonna have the Grim
Yeah.
Sky Extravaganza. We're gonna have
Yeah.
the Blurby Slurby, whatever.
Swanee Samsonite.
Swan Samson tonight.
Samsonite.
Yeah, Dumb and Dumber. But anyway, this has been Swapping Mags, and don't forget to swap those mags. I've been Jason Anderson.
I've been Patrick Finati.
It's been a long day without you, my friend.
And I'll tell you all about it when I see you
In a
again.
life-threatening situation, the average person's heartbeat can
Peace
be
out.
upwards of 175 beats per minute.
All right.
A well-trained tango is able to stay cool, keep calm. Their heart rates can be 70 to 100 beats per minute. But by the time I'm done, that number goes down to 0.
chasing Patton Braxton. I got my AR loaded, let's get to blasting. I'm on the flank, and you know I'm always pistol packing. Enemy on my six, but my teammates never lacking. Got him with the headshot, swapping mags, it's a podcast to make your head rock. Got him with the headshot, swapping mags, it's the